Okay. Can you work for once? Sitting up here thinking I'm ready and you just want to be all funny, willy-nilly. Making sure I got all my stuff set up. There we go. Got that. Got that. Oops. I'm doing some things on social media, so we get more traffic here. Okay. I don't care about that. Let's see. I'm gonna do one more thing and then we're gonna get this party started. Just because it's 6:45. By 6:51, we should be ready to get this party started. We're not gonna be on here long either, because I gotta make sure that this gets posted to my Anchor. Because the last 2 episodes that we had, I didn't get to post them to Anchor. And that really upset me because it was too long. But let's go. So, grand shining, everyone. It is moi, your lovely spiritual life coach, sex doula, labor and birth doula, woman of life, Mrs.Shantay. Yes, get all that energy flowing and popping. I really need to move this. I swear, this grinds my gears. Let's look at the comments. That way we don't have to worry about that. So, anywho, happy Wisdom of the Week. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday, mental clarity day, a wonderful mental stimulation. I was talking to a wonderful person today, and he said something to me that was, this camera is going to get on my nerve. There we go. Because it keeps moving. Be still. There we go. There we go. Now it's like I got my head chopped off. Every time I get it right, it gets to acting funny. Anyways, so he said 2 words to me today. And those 2 words were extremely powerful for me. So powerful that I had to write them down. And those 2 words were massive clarity. I'm going to say that again. Those 2 words were massive clarity. Woo! I had to write it down because I haven't ever heard anyone, not even myself, come to that level of mental stimulation, of mental elevation, of spiritual connection. Like, I've just never thought about putting those 2 words together. So that was like, okay, boom, let's focus on this massive clarity. And today's topic of discussion is, when will you stop crying in the shower, sis? And I'm asking this question because, as a woman myself, a mother as well, a lot of the time we spend our moments of solitude, our moments of quote unquote isolation, our alone time in the bathroom, not to actually use the bathroom, might I add, but just to have a moment to breathe, to have a moment to think, to have a moment to ramble, rummage through those scattered ass thoughts that we have, all of those like constant replay of emotions that are going through us, to have a moment to just cry. Too often, so often, all the time, a woman, a mother, a wife, a sister, a aunt, a cousin, a daughter, a niece, a grandmother, a friend, we are in the bathroom crying. And if we don't have a moment throughout the day to go to the bathroom and cry, we go and take that out on our showers, and when we're taking our baths. Like, we have this thing where it's like, this is my moment to be by myself. This is my moment to release. And as great as having those shower moments are where we can cry, as great as having those moments of release, of detoxing, that those shower cries can be, and they again actually are, how often are you doing this? And the reason why I'm asking how often are you doing this is because, one, we forget that most of our body is water. I want to say 75 to 80% of our body is water. So if you think about all the time that you spend crying, you're dehydrating the fuck out of yourself. You're depleting yourself. So as much as we like to point the finger, look at me when I'm telling you this, because it's 3 pointing back at me, about somebody else depleting our energy, about somebody else draining us dry, dragging us down, weighing us down, and so much more. We don't think about the shit that we do to ourselves. And I want you to get those cries out. I want you to release all of that negative energy. I want you to block that negative energy. I want you to set up some boundaries. I want you to cry for good reasons. But I also want you to be fulfilled. I want you to look at water as a way to cleanse you inside and out without you having to cry all the time. I want you to look at water as a source of life, because it is life. I want you to look at water as a source of fluidity, because it flows. I want you to look at water as a source of being full and abundant. There's more water on this earth than there is land. Think about that. Our body is very similar to Mother Earth. We are more water than we are land. So if we know these things about our home, outside of our home, our temples, then why not take care of our sources, our resources? Because our water is our resource. And when I mention water, I'm literally talking about your tears. Your tears are your water. And then I want you to also think about how much you're crying and how much are you actually drinking water. Because if you're crying more than you're actually drinking water, then you're going to be all dried up like a little prune. And you wonder why you got stomach aches. You wonder why your periods are painful. You wonder why your body is aching. You wonder why your mental clarity is not massive. You wonder why you're struggling with your emotions. You're wondering why you can't think straight. You can't go from one situation to the next. Why you can't stay grounded. You're wondering why all of these things are happening, and you're not replenishing yourself. You're not filling yourself up. You're not cleansing yourself. You're not healing yourself. You're not utilizing your own resources in ways to benefit you. I was watching a movie about Katrina. And I know Katrina was like years ago, and that is perfectly fine. But at the end of the movie, there was a quote or a saying. I can't remember who said it or wrote it, but I read it. And it said, water can do two things for you. It can give you life, and it can bring you death. But one thing water will always do is find its way back home. Wow. Absolutely wow. So, going forward in your life, in your day-to-day routine, in your day-to-day situations, circumstances, activities, however you want to relate to these things. Yes, have your moment to cry if you need to physically shed those tears. But I want you to grab a pen and a piece of paper, and I want you to write down this question. Is this person, place, or thing worth my tears? And then I want you to write this down. Is this person, place, or thing worth me dehydrating myself? And then I want you to write this down. Is this person, place, or thing worth me abusing my own resources for life and happiness and my outside resources for life and happiness? And when I say your own resources, I mean your tears, because you can abuse your tears. Sometimes we tend to cry about shit that we probably shouldn't be crying about, and we don't realize it until we have a strong sister or friend or like someone who loves us enough to tell us, like, stop crying over that shit. It's spilled milk, sis. What the fuck is you crying about? Why are you crying about this? Seriously. How long are you going to cry about that person, that thing, that situation? Is it going to change because you're crying about it? Until you have that person in your life who's going to put that shit right there in front of you to make you think about what the hell you're wasting your time, your energy, your own resources on, then you will continue to cry about things that have no value. They are causing you death. When does it stop? When do you want it to stop? When will you take showers to wash away the bad things of that day? When will you speak to the water that you are using to cleanse your body? When will you speak to those tears that you are choosing to release because of negative things? When will you choose to take showers to fill yourself up? I don't know about you, but for me personally, I got tired of going in the shower crying at night. I got tired of going to the bathroom to release a part of me that I could have clearly just stopped for a moment and got myself together enough to speak my mind and my heart in a way that didn't take away a person's dignity, but it also let people know, like, hey, I don't like what you said or you did, or I don't like this situation, or whatever the case may be. I got tired of that. And I chose to make the shift so that other people would see, other people would know that, yes, I do have boundaries. I care about myself enough to let you know, no, you're not going to utilize anything to help me deplete myself. I will not allow that. And I'm not going to abuse myself by depleting myself because of things people say and situations that happen in life that I honestly have no fucking control over. Because people are going to talk. People are going to do whatever the hell they want to do. Whether you have boundaries or not, people are going to use their power of their ability to speak, their freedom of speech, and people are going to utilize their freedom to do what they want to do because it makes them happy. So why not do the things that make you happy? Why not protect your own peace, your own temple, your own happiness, and how you utilize your temple and your personal resources within yourself? So there was a friend that I have on Facebook. She shared these beautiful oracle cards with me. And if I remember correctly, I want to go to see if I can pull up what that card said, because that card resonated so deeply within the purpose of this podcast. Give me one moment. And it said, tears cleanse the soul. I'm actually going to save this photo and I'm going to post it in comments of places that I can actually post it. But again, it said, tears cleanse the soul, which is absolutely true. Can't deny it, won't deny it, won't debate it. However, within those tears cleansing your soul, how much are you helping your tears cleanse your soul? And I'm going to go back to this question again of asking, how many times are you going to cry over the same shit, over the same people? Are those same things, people, places focused on the matter like you are? Is that person crying like you are? Is that person there by your side to help you get through it? And if they're not, then honey, you are sadly dehydrating yourself, abusing your own ability to heal by focusing on the wrong people, the wrong places, the wrong things, the wrong shit. So that is what I want to share with you guys today. Another thing I want to share, and then I'm going to jump off of here. Two things that I want to share. More than two things. When it starts coming, when it rains, it pours, and it pours in good ways for me. I welcome storms because storms help me change. Storms help me live. Storms help me learn how to dance in ways that I have never danced before. I'm going to pull a card from my African Goddess Rising deck. She always popping out. Oh, Nefertiti. And then I feel like I'm connected to her in some type of way, in more ways than one, actually. I'm going to share some things that I have available, and then things that I have coming up. And then we are going to have a moment of closing to wrap this up. So if you have a question for your soul, because tears cleanse the soul, I want you to take the time while I'm shuffling. You can hear me shuffling. And then I want you to either ask that question out loud within yourself or write it down. And then I'm going to pull the card. I'm going to read what the book says the card has, and then I'm going to show you the card. And for those of you who cannot see me, I'm going to describe the card, and you pull what resonates with you. And when you take your shower tonight, sis, if you want to take a shower in the dark and light some candles with some good smells, because I got my self-love burning oil going on over here from Miss Yummy herself. And if you want to light some incense, candlelight, whatever you do, I want you to celebrate yourself tonight when you take that shower. Celebrate how good it feels to wash that shit away from you. Celebrate how good it feels that you have running water. Celebrate how good it feels to fill yourself up with that running water. Celebrate how good it feels to heal in this shower from this water. If you're taking a bath, how good it feels to submerge yourself and release it. Find your way to celebrate, replenish, and heal. Appreciate, be grateful that you have this connection with Earth. And connection, by connection, I mean that the Earth has more water than it does land, that your body has more water than it does land. And if you're lacking water, go get a cup, fill it up. So go back to that question mentally, out loud, or write it down. I'm going to take a moment. So close your eyes, have a quick moment of silence. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Excuse me. Wow. I didn't even get to shuffle good and 2 cards jumped out. And these cards, whoa, speak volumes. I'm going to finish shuffling first, though, before I assume that card is it. Another card came out. So we got 3 right now. And Nefertiti popped up again. But she didn't jump out. So the first 2 cards is Jumbi, and it says mask. This is the card. And this resonates so much today because we all have to walk around with these masks on. And there are 5 masks behind her on a mountain. And there's the sunset or sunrise in the background. And she's a goddess. There's 2 hummingbirds at her feet. And she's sitting down. She has on all white, beautiful hat, a beautiful mask. And she is, although she's sitting, here's the water behind her. And then she has this luscious grass around her. And she has purple iris flowers around her, which speaks volume for our eyes. Because the way we see things, our perception and our ability to perceive changes on a daily basis. It changes moment to moment, actually. She's wearing a mask. And her card number is 18. If you add the 1 and the 8, it is a number of 9 for transformation. And she's from the Caribbeans, wherever you choose to prefer. Her temple is shadows. Her element is air. Jumbies are the scary, shadowy, otherworldly spirits and monsters of the Caribbean. Jumbi's shadow guidance. Where is the lie? Get quiet to get clear. Put your hand on your heart. Now, are you confused or are you afraid? Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Woo, child. Embodiment. Show your true face. Wearing a mask blocks your vulnerability and your blessings. Them shower cries. I'm telling you. If you are wearing a mask, dare to reveal yourself. You are lying to others and to yourself. Wearing a mask is exhausting. Be you. If someone else is wearing a mask with you, you deserve clarity. Massive clarity. That doesn't say massive clarity. I just had to throw that in there. Your relationship and connection is built on lies. Their mask is a projection of your own. The goddess declaration, I am willing to remove the mask. I'm loving this. This is such a powerful reading. And the second card is our Zuli Dancer, which she is a powerful goddess as well. She is a mother goddess. And this speaks volume as well because she has her babies with her. Trying to get that there. So her card is number 27, etheric chords. And she has this gold arch around her, the beautiful blue sky behind her with green lusciousness behind her. And she has on red and blue with a crown and a machete. And I love that she has this machete, especially when it relates to cutting of cords. I have a beautiful sister. I call her my spiritual mama. And she spoke about something that I've done before I even met her. And we talked about cutting of the cords. So every day, every night, when you're either going home, when you get home, or when you take your shower, you want to use whatever tool, sharp tool that you have mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, real life. And you just want to envision cutting those cords away from you from every part of your day. I just saw 6-6 on the clock too, 24-24. And when you cut those cords, you're going to release all of the shit that happened in your day. And then you take your shower. Think of that. So the reading for her is the goddess of the etheric chords. She's from Haiti. Her temple is lovers. Her element is fire. Zuli Dancer fought elbow to elbow with her people during the Haitian Revolution to protect mothers and children. She represents the healing of the Dark Mother. Zuli Dancer's guidance: if it isn't wholehearted love, release it. Remember your worth. The embodiment: energy cords binding you and someone you no longer wish to be attached to are strong. You must be willing, and I'm going to add ready to let go. Close your eyes. See divine swords of gods or goddesses, loving light separating you and dissolving the cords between you. You are both whole and healed. Wait till you hear this. Just as you shower to cleanse physical grime, there is also grime in the form of energy cords, also called karmic ribbons, emotional cords, or etheric cords. Spiritual maintenance is required. Her declaration is, I am worthy, compassionate, and whole. Those were the cards that jumped out when I was actually shuffling. So somebody needed that. If not everybody needed that. And the card that actually came out, it flipped over when I was finishing up shuffling. Well, after I had finished shuffling, I can't pronounce her name right. So you got 2 9 cards. 9 and 9 is 18, and it turns into a 9 again. So it's time for you to transform, sis. Let this shit go. It's not of your value. It's not of your stature, your elevation, your worthiness. It's not of you. But you have to be willing and ready to let go. Otherwise, you're going to keep depleting yourself. So, ain't you tired of being dehydrated? And just a tip, if there are any men on here listening, I want to tell her to drink some water. Even if she's not ready to let go, keep her hydrated. Ladies, keep yourself hydrated. When you're full and nourished and you got enough liquids in you and you're hydrated, your sex is off the chain. I just want you to know that. Sex dualist services here. So the next card, I can't pronounce this right, so please forgive me. Nagagami. She is a goddess of desire. She has 2 extra set of arms. She has the moon symbols in the back of her. She has all of these beautiful colors on her gown. She even has the plant, the universe is in her background, and there's water, but she's also at the edge of this water. And she has a crescent moon with a bow and arrow with the sun in one set of her arms above her head. This is such a beautiful card. Such a beautiful card. So she's the goddess of desire. She is from the Ashanti Akan clan. Her temple is conjurers. Her element is air. So you have 2 air signs, 1 fire sign. Nagagami is the triple moon goddess of the Ashanti. Every new day, this mother goddess rebirths the sun, shooting life into us with her moon bow. Her lunar rays illuminate souls. Nagami's guidance: dream bigger. Puny desires constrict you. Your desires create your life, so allow them to flow boldly, flow like water. What do you really desire? Get specific, see it, smell it, feel it, call it in now. What you desire desires you. Does your desire flow from love or fear? Manifestations that come from fear-based desires keep you safe and small. Desires that come from your soul expand your world. Her declaration is, what I desire desires me. So you see where you are, which is with Jumbi and Zuli Dancer, and you see where you can be. And the reason why I want to come to the desire card again is because when she spoke about things flowing boldly, when your fluid flows boldly in your mind, body, spirit, soul, inside and out, your desires increase. Your ability to create increases. Your ability to stand strong, confident, boldly in who you are increases. What goes in must come out. What is out will go in if you choose for it to go in. So that is my piece of my love and my life and my light. But I also want to share For those visuals who can see me on Twitter and my Facebook business page and my YouTube channel, I definitely have Woman of Life notebooks available for purchase. Great for journaling. And I do still have my one wound at a time postpartum journal. If you don't want to read it for postpartum purposes, there are definitely exercises in here that you can do to help you learn how to ask for help, basically learning how to use your voice. And there is a third book coming that will, not a third, I'm sorry, a second book getting ready to be published. So I love you guys. Please feel free to catch up with me on my social media pages. Mrs.Shantay, Shantay's Love, Woman of Life. Those are my handles that you can find me on. I'm on all social media platforms. If you go to my Facebook business page, search at Shantay's Love, Shantays, capital LO, capital VE. You will be able to pick up all of my social media handles from there. Also, you can catch me on fluentradio.com, and I do readings on Facebook Live every day. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm so grateful for you guys. I don't know if you guys understand how difficult it is for me to pick a shirt to get on here and do these lives, but it's all worth it because I truly enjoy sharing and my transparency with you all. We're not here to do this alone, and we were never meant to do this alone. I just saw 4 on the clock, 31:31. So sharing is caring. Drop a heart, hit the share button. If you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Feel free to reach out to me. I'm here for you as long as you're here for me. No, my services are not free. So I will help as much as I am able to, as much as you allow me to help you help yourself. But no, my services are not free. I will catch up with you guys for next week's podcast. If you have questions, concerns, want to be a part of the movement, Self-Love 2022, feel free to come chat with me. Also, before I get off of here, I do want to also share that I ran across some old things that I did when I started this self-love journey. Well, when I launched this self-love journey. So I will, once I find my actual documents saved to my drive, I will be sharing these. And I'm actually considering doing a workshop for self-love. Don't ask me when, because I don't know, but it came to me, so I had to let it flow. Go get you guys some water, love on yourselves, and be happy that you're able to release this shit in a positive way now. I love you. That is a little bit of my peace, my love, my life, and a little bit of my eternal light. Happy wisdom of the week, you guys. I'll catch up with you next week.